right spirit who would not let her son die in that damn river. And she camouflaged a basket, put him in the basket, and sent him down that river to knowing. Remember, she coming, this is so heavy. She's coming to this river every day, knowing that Pharaoh's daughter comes out to that river. And from far off, she's watching Pharaoh's daughter, this super rich Egyptian woman. And just from watching her, she could tell that this woman don't have no children. And that she's depressed for not having no children. And when she had her baby, she did just like them Issacharites are doing to black women. She said, I'm going to put this boy in this manger, and I'm going to send my husband halfway down the river and cover him up and send him down the river, and I'm going to watch it. I could imagine the tears she must have cried sending her son down that goddamn river, hoping that this filthy Egyptian, who's part of the people who's killing her own people, hoping that she would draw him out. And she was smart. That was a smart woman to make a play like that. And the Lord was with her. And that Egyptian pulled Moses up out of that manger. And that was the beginning of the end of the Egyptian empire. He come up out that river. That was the beginning of the end. Y'all gonna let me play two more quick ones? Two more quick ones, all right? Not this one. First, give me the other one that I asked for.
Sir. Slightly, sir. Is that the Guantanamo Bay?
No, that's the one where he betrayed the Venezuelans. It's called Florida Gets Rude Awakening.
Could you send the Captain McQuarrie, sir?
Cap, I sent this one, so you should have it.
One of the ones I sent you, right?
Cool. So I don't see it on here though, sir. I don't see it.
You already got it, right, Cap? Yeah. All right, he's gonna send it to you. Matter of fact, maybe let's just go ahead and do the doll test.
Cool.
If y'all want to take a second, I'll come back on the Venezuela.
Cool.
Now remember, how many of y'all familiar? Anybody not familiar with the doll test with black babies? Everybody know about it, right? All right. Well, this is when they did the doll test with white babies. Let's take a peek. Come on with it.
Sure.
That's all right, Malquad. We'll hold off. I think we way over the time right now. Oh yeah, we ridiculously over the time. This will be it.
Cool.
Let's play it.
So show me the smart child. Okay, why is she the smart child?
Because she looks like me.
Okay. Show me the mean child. Okay, why is she the mean child?
Because she's way darker.
Okay. Show me the good child. Why is she the good child?
Because I think she looks like me.
Okay.
Wait a minute, did you hear that? Because I think she looks like me. Like she got a healthy sense of self-esteem.
Right.
He thinks she look like me because I think I'm a good child.
Right.
Who we are. Come on.
Show me the bad child.
Woo!
She's the bad child.
Well, you dark-skinned tribe. The white man see you as the bad child.
Right.
Come on.
She's a lot darker.
Show me the ugly child. Why is she the ugly child?
Because she's like a lot darker.
What do you think? Shocking to you?
I just think it's because she's not exposed. I mean,
You're almost near tears.
Oh my God.
She shook up. Her mama
Nothing to
shook.
upset you. What's upsetting you?
it's not really upsetting. I mean, everything she said, she chose someone like her because she's smart. And she is.
All the good attributes. She's got a
Yeah.
healthy ego. That looks like
And
me.
as
That kid's
far-
like me.
And as far as the one she chose for, being ugly or mean, I mean, you can't even see any facial features in that one. But she is never asked about any, color. As far as,
Like this, why you can't listen to white people. The spin goes on. Like she gonna try to spin this into something else. Go ahead, play a little bit more.
plays with friends. And when we were talking about, we were actually going to soccer, where there's all different kinds of people there.
Oh, is that? And she don't even realize she's raising a racist because she's a racist.
Damn right.
You understand? Like she think because she go to soccer with all the tribes that means her kid ain't no racist.
Right.
Her kid hates black people and
Come
gonna grow up in a soul to hate black. Even if she grow up with black friends or whatever, deep down in her innocent soul, she hates black people. Now, here's the sad truth. When they did the doll test with black kids, they hated black people too. So if black people hate black people and white people hate black people, you ain't got a chance in hell unless we change the mind of black people, Latino people, and Native Indian people. You understand? And that's why what Donald Trump is doing is good for us. It's good for us that our Issacharite brothers need us. And it's even greater if we come to their rescue. When we become the good Samaritan, we are greater than them all, and it is what Christ required. You understand? Let us take that lesson, man. Bring these 12 tribes together, man. Let's shake the world in the name of Yahawashi. One of y'all for coming out, man. What?
Yeah, boss, shouldn't be having shop rocket thug.
From hanging with us. All right? Yeah, right. We'll take the water to the sister for the food. The water for all the brothers, man, that went through the damn right. And all the brothers that went through the struggle, you know what I'm saying, for 2 days, up and down the stairs with the furniture, driving them crazy. I know y'all thought it was a plot. I know y'all thought it was a test by Mount Quad. But no, we was trying to get it all together. So I want to thank y'all for hooking it up, man. All right. The water. Shalom. Yeah, go ahead. And let's give definitely a courtesy salute to the Midwest Monster of Mayhem, my main man holding it down as always, Captain Mawakwa, doing a hell of a job with the work of the Lord. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Root. Most High and correct. Yajim top. Dismiss. Right.
Oh yeah, ooh Lord, and if you don't give it, you won't get it, that's right. I give her all my love. Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
I came from the streets to the shy, where wicked and evil collide. If it was illegal, we tried ambition to get us a piece of the pie. Had so many demons inside, was dim in the gleam of my eye, killing my innocence. All of my vision, I'm reading the sign and seeing demise. We've been deprived the basic necessities, that and cocaine, a satanic recipe. Refusing to claim it as destiny, sins of the fatherly children in jeopardy. The family addiction affected me, affliction of prison, the death of me. Not even the thought of my legacy, living in hell, how you hating your pedigree. Been definitely holding the grudge, letting it go, cause no hoe is in us. If we don't connect, then you know what it was. When West and no cowards is rolling with us. Steps was all in the mud, feeling the pain like salt in the cut. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question. We taught them in blood, is all for the love. Yeah. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question. We taught them in blood, it's all for the love. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question. We taught them in blood, it's all for the love. I get an honor to Commander General Yahanna for being the armor, protecting the message, delivered the Abba, straight from the Father. He gave it to you, ain't making excuse. Though Satan is loose, kept lacing his boots, training and raising the troops, perfecting the method of 7 when West in the hands was able to prove. Ain't stressing them niggas that never kept stepping the stand and stating the truth. My people could never imagine the hardest of winners you blasted. Extending the realest compassion for niggas that should have been fitted for caskets. How could you ever ignore the nigga who slept on the floor and was ready for war whenever it called? Better this weapon is drawn. Election is sure, edging this war, front of projects of the Bronx. Now representing the law, the water for blessing us all.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Yahanna.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Chicago did it.
Yeah!
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis, Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander General Yahanna.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
One Westworld. One Westworld. One Westworld. Right.
Everything is lawful. What Westworld?
The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking. I had to 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same
Some
chapter.
people might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drown in a wave, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into what Westworld, you're gonna run
You stick
away.
to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baker. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside. glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up, nigga. I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch. I had to get it, it's vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the ghost. And they know I'm raw, and they know the spot, and I'm feeling large, still in charge. I don't make a follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear on March. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that God in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the dozen. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth. I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Yahanna.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man, it is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahanna, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you're showing off. They wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't wanna get involved. I can admit it, I know what it's time and I'm tripping, I got every group. Niggas a fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast, gotta salute. I've been a hustler, look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law cause we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face, I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. It's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway if you ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business and take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children if they not my own. Born by myself, I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my wave and more just hopping on. They hear what I make, it starts to turn them on. I think it's sorcery, the way they rob the bone. The black magic stick, they stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone, so I can conquer shit, and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit, cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road, and get my knees along. She wanna drop it low, and get her eagle on. My new bitch bad as fuck, she look like me alone. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like out of wine, said I just want the ball. These niggas seasonal, I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
They say the first shall be last, the last shall be first. Nigga, we gon' rule this kingdom, nigga. This one West.
Ride to the sunset, slide to the moon for a boss. All said ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite, we them underdogs. Off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. 9 niggas up like I'm director from a casting call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef, neck to all of y'all. UPK priest, lace up boost, then it's time to ball. The clip name Winnie, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas claim they better than like who they think they better than. One West soldier, best believe we got that medal in. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept us at that trap, hell yeah, I'ma let them know. Underdogs, you niggas tripping, we'll be popping on you sniffing. Real crafty with that smithing, locked in on the mission, rocking all out. Who to take the hop out, you be bitching, cop the crew time. Now the Glock, put your nigga.
Every dog has his day.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Yahanna.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.
Your mic's muted or unmuted?
Larsa, mine unmuted.
Mine's was muted.
But you can unmute your mic, son. You can unmute your mic. You have some shabbat. Thumb. Yeah, I'm shy. We give her another hand, man. Heavy classy drop there. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Really breaking down the whole history with Egypt. You know what I mean? I see reference that birth dirt, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see pull out a whole thing there. So you all know it's definitely at that point. Again, it's at a tipping point right now.
Yeah.
What's going on here? So we're gonna keep this one short and sweet. So listen, don't blink too fast, Israel. Too fast. You know what I mean? You're gonna miss stories, you're gonna miss the show. We coming in hot.
That's right.
Coming in. You know what I mean? So where you all want to start?
And if you want to start with the educational system, the dismantling of that.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Let's rock with it. What number are we on?
I realize whatever he does, right? Whatever he do,
Right.
like he taking a playbook out of the Nazi party for real. Whatever he doing that, he is taking it out. Cause you know what I mean. I don't know if you man, you know what I mean. I had to go look it up. I type in, did Adolf Hitler dismantle the education system in Germany? You know, I had to go to go, you know what I mean, do a Google search on it.
And lo and behold, you found that the Nazis did.
They say they did not, but they say instead they radically transform it to align with Nazi ideology and goals. Which is the same. I mean, he trying to align this whole system with the oppressor's ideology. You know what I mean? Like for real, each one of the the kingdoms, whichever one is, you know what I mean, was trying to be in rulership, they have an ideology. And that ideology is their people first, no matter what.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your people, you know what I mean, your people not in second. You know what I mean? We just, you know what I mean, like we worse than pawns are.
Yeah. At least the pawns have a use. I think this empire done, finish the use for us.
Yeah.
I think they ain't no more use for us, at all.
And if I could, it's what Captain Thug is saying is extremely correct. All the stuff is happening is just like what happened with Hitler. When the Night of Broken Glass, which basically is like the equivalent of January 6th, when Hitler came into office, all they were vindicated. Same way Trump got all them out. He got all of them out, and now then Commander Yahanna brought it out. He's got his private army, is the ICE, terrorizing and everything like that. It's the same things Hitler's done. Now he's talking about making deals with El Salvador and other countries to outsource prisoners and everything like that. What did Hitler do? Hitler made prisons in these other places and start outsourcing, putting people on trains, sending them all the way far away so they can have them in the concentration camps. So it's exactly, the oppressor ain't changed. He just got a different flag.
He rearranged. He ain't changed.
Yeah.
Just rearranged the whole thing. Why would he? We ain't changing. The Democrats had 12 years, damn near straight, 8 concurrent and 1 after, and did nothing to protect their way of life or their lifestyle or what they deem as fit. And now all they did for those 12 years was piss them Republicans and white supremacists off. And now them white supremacists is whipping the whole country for making them look at brown faces and East Indian faces and transgender for the last 12 years or 8 years and plus 4. You know what I mean? So like if you right now in America and in the rest of the world, because everybody crying. UK crying, Ukraine crying, Gaza about to cry. They thought the Israelis was bad. God damn. Wait till Halliburton and Schlumberger come in there. Wait till they come in there to lay foundation and rebar. There's going to be a problem in Gaza. You know what I mean? Everybody else crying now, and you really have to blame the Democrat. That's who you have to blame. Because while they did nothing to assure your future. Trump is doing everything to assure his future, to assure his generations can come up, to assure that, his ideologies has a future, has somebody who would come after. You know what I mean? You saw the video when remember last time the general was on, he spoke about how they booed Barack Obama. You saw the video when where Trump's son walked up to Biden and said it's on.
You see that?
Brother, Byron, remember Byron, the little kind of funny one who was doing kind of goofy shit? They thought he was on the spectrum. Where he a tall old lanky basketball center right now. He walked right up to Biden, leaned in, and said, "It's on." And listen, Biden go to greet him with a smile. What's his name? Barron. Barron say it's on. Biden's smile went to he went from this. And then Barron went across by where the other family is and then looked over at Biden, and Biden looking at him kind of like, oh shit. What's up? I'm gonna try to find a video for you. Like they're doing everything to secure their future.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about. And you really gonna have to figure out which side you're gonna play on, you know what I mean? Shalom to everybody. Chadra Ahawa, Yabashabata, Rawa, how you doing? Amana Ba, Shabaya Allah, Princess Nazamana, Kalaya Bana, the young man Christopher Coleman, the Juggernaut, I feel you, brother. You know what I mean? The boy, with Bond Dog, you know, young man Steve, Bayanama, what's up? Just Art and Paint. Shalom to everybody. Y'all shared it live. I know the general just went off, but we're going to rock for about the next hour or so. Solid with y'all. You know what I mean? Go through some of these stories. Don't forget, we're on Wednesdays now. Right here, we're on Wednesdays now. We're not on Saturdays anymore. Wednesdays around the same time, all right? So, we want to start, Cap, with the education, or you want to go to something else?
Yeah, we could touch on that, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, man, let's read in some of these things here, because this is the city consequences for what the Nazi party do. They say decline in academic quality. The focus on ideology and physical training led to a decline in the overall quality of education. Loss of intellectual freedom, critical thinking, and independent thought was suppressed, hindering intellectual development.
Right. So that killing the whole woke movement, basically.
Yeah. Now he basically, you know what I mean, turned the schools, you know what I mean, into he basically suppressing, you know what I mean, the schools.
Yeah.
And not just the schools, but black schools. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, and anybody that's speaking out, you know what I mean, which should let you know this ain't no what it is, the First Amendment, freedom of speech for you. Freedom of speech for the oppressor. That's who it's for. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, read the story, sir. It's like you frozen. Kawakan. Is Donald Trump dismantling Department of Education? What to know? The Trump administration is discussing an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education, according to reports. Newsweek has contacted the White House and the Department of Education for comment via email. Why it matters. On the campaign trail,
I think it froze. Warrior, pick it up for him there real quick. I think he having some technical difficulties.
Come on. What number is that, sir?
That's number, I think it's 3. Hold on, I'll tell you.
So can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you just froze for about 10 seconds. So
okay, Kamikaze.
Of it. I don't know what this
is. It says Newsweek has contacted the White House and the Department of Education for comment via email. Why it matters. On the campaign trail, Trump repeatedly pledged to shut down the Department of Education, which he says has been infiltrated by radical zealots and Marxists. He said the agency's power should be transferred to the states. Reports about plans to dismantle the department come as Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has been working to reduce the size of the government's workforce and slash spending. The Wall Street Journal, which first reported the planned executive action, said the executive order being discussed would shut down all functions of the department that are not written explicitly into statute or move certain functions to other departments.
So, Salakia Kazakhs, right? You read something there pertaining to him saying it radicalized, right? It radicalized.
Right.
What's the words? Exact words?
Sir, he said the Department of Education has been infiltrated by radical zealots and Marxists.
You understand? So would those the people who infiltrated the White House on January 6th, were they radicalized by the educational system? Would it? I don't think
Right.
so. You know what I mean? That's the oppressor for you. He uses his language. Yeah, he knows certain words to say to bring a type of fear to the public. They know exactly what to say. Because ain't nobody radicalized, ain't no black man radicalized. But what
Right.
black man trying to run up in the White House and do what?
But explain this for me, God. What the hell is a Marxist? I'm trying to look it up here now, and I'm getting more confused.
Yeah, it's I forget the
Karl Marx.
Yeah,
but what is it like? How you have yeah, there's other things they say. What's the other fascists or whatever it is? You know, the fascist side is a little bit easier to understand. But what the hell is a Marxist?
I got the definition if you want it.
I tried to read the definition. I got more lost. I'm trying to get somebody to dumb it down for me. Well, go ahead.
Okay, it's okay. It says here, a supporter of the political and economic theories of Karl Marx. And then it says, Marxism is a political philosophy and method of socio-economic analysis. It uses a dialectical and materialist interpretation of historical development. Okay, better known as historical materialism, to analyze class relations, social conflict, and social transformation. So basically, how the different classes is like different classes.
They got to have a way to explain that. They got to have what the hell is dialectical? Anyway, if you all understand it, I'm fine with it. Goddamn, Marxists.
Okay, it's another one. It's pretty simple.
They mark them that cause division, and right now, division in my mind now. It's causing division in my head. Go ahead.
Sir, I was going to say, simply, is Marxism is like the first step to socialism. Is what the basis of socialism, and socialism is the idea that capitalism has to be overdone and ownership should be shared amongst everybody. And so, it like really Donald Trump and racist white people believe that they have what they have because they worked hard, and so they shouldn't have to share with blacks and Hispanics, and that's pretty much it. And so anything that is like talking about making white people feel guilty for what they have is deemed as Marxist, because that's what they feel like now. They feel like they have to give because of it. They don't like to feel guilty, and that guilt makes them feel like we asking for something. Reparations would fall under a Marxist or socialist ideal.
But then, that not saying you, but that for them, if that's how they're looking at it, that's a lazy analysis, because reparations is justice. Because if that's the case, then the money that Israel gets every year is from Marxism.
Right.
If that's the case, you get the point. Like that, to lump us in with that, or to lump our plight in with that is a very lazy analysis, and it just means to sweep us under the rug of some other, white supremacist group, some other micro group that's too small to fight them but big enough to cover us. You know what I mean? Because we ain't asking to share shit.
Right.
We ain't asking to share nothing. You get the point? We ain't asking for that at all. Well, what we want is what we're owed, and we're gonna get it. But it's crazy. That's crazy to even put that together, and I could see what you're saying, where they would use it in that form, where they would use it in that argument of reparations and DEI and all that type of thing. But again, that come right back to them Democrats. Them Democrats did such a horrible goddamn job in carving out a specific ideal point. Case in point, if I could, that how many of you all saw that interview with that sister, the senator from I think Texas, the sister
Jasmine Crockett?
Yeah, Crockett, that's her name. Where she went to the thing and lit them white boys up. Lit them talk about how all this equality and thing is them white boys who scared, and the white boys this, and that's why they want to defund the HBCUs, and that's why they want to push everybody back into the tax bracket, because they know we income societies, because they're really scared of us taking over. Like, you see that what she doing there? They have 12 years to run with that campaign. 12 years. And even in that interview, she said they're scared of more people like myself and Kamala Harris. She doesn't even know she's way better than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris would never say nothing against white supremacists. Like, this bro is on lighting them up. I'm going to look for the video up. They had 12 years to do that, and they couldn't do it. They failed at it. So now, how they say the victor writes the history. Trump and them is writing the history.
Yeah.
Trump is writing what people are going to read 20, 25, 30 years from now. And it's, the history would tell the place was overrun with immigrants, especially Latino immigrants. And there was some real this and real that and blah, blah, blah. And they'll tell the story a certain way. And if you want to be mad at anybody, you can't be mad at Trump. He is the devil. What do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
But the people who put your faith in, them Democrats, goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the accountability for them?
Right.
I mean, what's going on? You have some chapter.
And Cap, just to add to what you're saying too, and what Kazak was breaking down too, right? That book, The Lucifer Principle, it has a ton of stuff on Marxism, right? And it says this. One part says this: Marxism gives the have-nots permission to hate the haves. You understand? So it's almost like nigh on to as Kazak was saying, socialism or communism. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Where now the wealth has to be shared. Everything has to be shared. You know what I mean? So it's, like you poor and you're looking at these rich people, you shouldn't say nothing. Yeah. You should just wallow in your poverty. You know what I mean? And come up, do something about it.
That's why we need to separate, because this, like, our poverty, like our poverty and our plight has nothing to do with blind hatred, which is what poor, the poor white trash, hillbilly them do. Yeah, which is what these other heathens do. They just sit there and plot and scheme and develop. Something was done to us, man.
That's right.
Something was done to us, and any victim would hate the predator. Anyone.
Right.
There's no victim who has unwarranted hate for the predator who, violated and predatorized them. But because, again, our leaders are so goddamn weak and spineless, now we get lumped in with everybody else and our plight gets forgotten.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So like it, sir. Oh, go ahead, Cap. Slide.
No, you can go ahead, brother. I'll go after you if we got time.
Kyle, I just want to say just something real quick what Captain Shark said. And the predator that we're dealing with is such an excellent predator that we are the only people that are being victimized and don't even feel like we're being victimized. Like that's how much of an apex, excellent predator and beast he is. So diabolical that you can victimize somebody and everybody else can know this is wrong. We're being victimized. Like Commander Junior Yahanna said tonight in Chicago, any other nation would have burned this stinking place down. And it's not a call to nobody to do that, but any other nation would recognize We are victims. It's not a victim mentality. We are victims, and you are oppressing us. He has been such a devil to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that he has victimized and continues to victimize us. And we fight each other on whether or not we even victims. Like, that is diabolical.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And if you're not careful, their language, their language, their verbiage, it's going to just totally mask everything that happened if you're not fully careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not, paying attention, if you're willing to hear everybody out and give everybody a chance, their verbiage is totally going to wash away your totally valid, plight or your cause or your cry or your plea for justice.
Right.
And it will just be seen as blind, ignorant, poor people hatred.
Yeah.
You just poor because you just hate the rich because they're rich, and when this is nothing to do with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wonder if this is
Cap.
Go ahead.
Just to add to what you're saying.
The
That
channeling is to
what
the
you
white
just said
boys.
there.
That's what's happening right now. I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you
trying to stop you down. Go ahead, Cap, please.
No, what you're saying there is, I just, that's how to add. It is almost like the media is their wizardry. It's like just pure wizardry act. You know what I mean? They use that language and that media act, and they paint a picture, and before you know it, you are, you align with Hitler and the Nazi and the KKK. When we never do nothing.
I'll give you one more that's worse. Not only would you be aligned with that, they'll align you with that. But if you ain't careful, you will align yourself with, you know what, the poor is just lazy and shiftless, and they just want whatever the rich have without even working for it. That before long, you'll align yourself with that if you're not careful. Because there's no if Ukraine, if everybody has to feel sorry for Ukraine or sorry for Gaza or sorry for Israel, why is it we ain't getting why Ukraine is not Marxist?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why is the IDF not Marxist? You know what I mean? They getting benefits. They didn't work. They didn't work for that shit. They didn't invent nothing. They didn't provide the world with some sort of resource that warrants billions of dollars in aid. If that's the case, that's how we lumping it in. They're getting ready to wash us away in the annals of history. And this is another example of, quote unquote, there's no historical reference to the Hebrews in Egypt.
That's right.
If you pay attention closely to what America is doing, this is why they're writing us out of certain history. And this is why when you go study Egypt, you're going to have to, a scholar is going to have to show you, okay, no, those people are the ones that built the pyramids. Those are the ones who were slaves. Those are the ones who was fighting in the military. They call them that, but that wasn't that, because that's what's going on today. They say immigrant, illegal immigration. 50 years from now, they could put any face on illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
It would take a historical scholar or somebody who is compiling it to let you know they say immigrant, but it was targeting only a specific race of people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The whole thing here is so conniving and cunning, brother. You always ought to be on. You know what I mean? Slaki, go ahead.
Slaki Cap, you brought out a nuclear point. I just want to insert script when you said how it tried to wash away our history. I could think about this scripture if I could. I want to pull Revelation chapter 12, verse 15, because what you said was definitely biblical, and it proves more and more, like you said about Egypt. Commander John Yahanna, I remember him teaching that years back about, like you said, about the archaeology and how you have to be critical of history because the victors have written history.
Yep.
And they have put in history in their favor, in their image. You know what I'm saying? Everything great was, as you said, whitewashed. And this scripture right here is definitely saying it right here. Revelation 12 and 15, my brother.
Kawakan. Revelation chapter 12, verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
You understand? It's carrying us with the woman is Israel. The
Right,
serpent
right.
is the oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they flooding us, like you said, with all this whitewashing of history, and history has to be in his image. He has to be the last samurai. He has to be the last Mohican. He has to be Prometheus. He has to, you know what I'm saying, to be the epicenter of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be that if you subscribe to his history, which is why it's so heavy that the scribe, when you're looking at being a scribe or subscribing, you have to know what history is. What the Bible is talking about? What does it mean? You understand? Like they try to flood, that's right. They try to drown us with the lies. And like, gotta remember, like it's the same thing what's going on right now. It's a blitz, it's a media blitz.
Mm-hmm.
When them executive orders was a blitz. Sometimes if you blitz hard enough, or you put out lies, if you stream it on all platforms, lies, it's like, man, damn, let me deal with this. I gotta deal with this. It's a flood. And it's a strategy of the beast. It's a strategy of the serpent. Why? To carry you away.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to see which direction he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's a full spectrum assault. And it's with propaganda. And so that's the heavy what Cap Mashak brought out. I just wanted that made me think about that scripture, Cap. So like our year.
God. And if I could come jump in there, so what everybody's bringing out is so heavy, because okay, it's at this moment is life and death with what's going on. Like they playing for keeps, and for our people, we got to choose life. We got to get back and start listening to the men of the Lord in this ISUPK. The things that's happening now, Commander Yahanna done said it time and time again, over and over again. They just, Donald Trump was just talking about making deals with other countries to export prisoners to other countries. Now, think about that. Export prisoners to other countries where, first of all, the Constitution says once you're a prisoner, you're a slave. So once they export you to another country, they basically starting slavery all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, you'll have black men on these damn shipping containers being shipped to other countries, Mongolia, Thailand, all types of places as slave labor, and we'll be running to Deuteronomy chapter 28 all over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's how dangerous it is getting with what they're doing, because guess what? They got the power to do it. They got the House, the legislative, the judicial. They got all the branches. Who can stop them? He just put Elon Musk in an office that ain't even a real office.
Yep.
And just made it up. And now that office got power over the actual government. They throwing a fit in with committees. They just had a committee today to oversee what Elon Musk is trying to enforce and do with his new office, the DOGE. And guess what? They couldn't even make him show up to testify what he want to do. They wanted to take him, make him come in front under oath, but he said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't got to answer to you. I answer directly to the president."
Wow.
Yeah, so he's appointed. He ain't elected. Mm-hmm. So he ain't falling under the same category. And what you're saying there is definitely a concern for a lot of people, especially in the world. And I hadn't said it before, and the general done said it. Like, this is a time you're gonna really see which God you serve and who actually believes in the God they serve. Because brother, the oppression is coming on us. Unless you're in the Israelite school or UPK, you would not know what to do. I'll tell you what. Say who's gonna stop them? They had the Congress. We gonna stop them. God is gonna stop them. You could send brothers wherever. There'll be a camp in a prison in El Salvador raising up in Spanish, saying "Es blanco hombre, es el diablo en la Santa Biblia." There'll be a camp everywhere we go, raising up against tyranny, man. They're going to have to go and vote and write laws, and we just have to stop sinning, brother, and the Lord will make planes fall out the sky. The Lord is sending signs of what he can do for us, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is sending signs. Like, if you in the world and you shook to the core, brother, I feel for you. Sister, I feel for you. Because what you believed in was fake.
That's right.
Eve then had no power, nothing, because in your day of affliction, you shook just like your fake God shook. Brother, wherever, deportation, prison, whatever the hell they want to do, you best believe we in here figuring it out how to make this thing just blow from wherever the ground up. The UPK is that little sanctuary, and if you ain't know it yet now, soon you'll find out some more. You don't understand. We've been training for this. We've been preparing for this. All them councils we've been doing, all these protocols, all these rules, all this strict life is for this. It's absolutely for this. Here's where you want to be, man. You don't want to be in the world shaking in your Christian church. You can imagine how the Christian church is going to turn the tail up to this administration just for the threat of something. They're going to turn their tail. Imagine that. Like they have this devil. He make a Nazi salute. He's bold enough to do that. And you're not bold enough to stand with the God you have.
Right.
This is the time you will declare to the earth. You see how the scripture say they that confess with in their flesh that Christ is come. This is the time here. This is the time here. We're gonna really see who believe in the Most High in Christ now. We're gonna see it.
That's right.
For the church, for the mosque, for the Egyptology, we're gonna see. We're gonna really see what you're really made of now. You're really confessing the flesh now. Go ahead, Cap.
Now, Cap, what you saying is so it's so heavy. Yeah, because that's what time we coming in. Now we're gonna separate the boys from the men.
That's it.
That's what time we in now. You know what I'm saying? It's going now. You're gonna put up or shut up. You're gonna boot up or shut up now. That's the time we in. All that pretending. See, you was able to pretend online for years. People have been able to pretend and all these things that they said they were, but they weren't that in real life. But boy, the Lord got a way of putting the pedal to the metal, and now everybody gonna have to stand on what they believe.
That's it.
And you're gonna see people fall away, which is why the Bible say you don't marvel not that even when it comes to this truth, that men turn away. Don't marvel at it. You understand? Because they shaking. You know why they shake it easy? They were never rooted. And you're gonna see that in these times. Yeah. These other nations, they shook because guess what? They was holding on to the Statue of Liberty. They was holding on. They crying on the Constitution right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They praying on the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a coup, but it's a coup by election. It's a coup. We agree with that. But guess what? It was done democratically. This is their government. This is their kingdom. And all you got to do is to look at antiquity. They would all let these people do. This is what they're in their DNA to self-destruct. Every time there's an empire, you're gonna see them. Look at Rome. They are crediting what Trump is doing is nigh unto Caesar crossing the Rubicon.
Right.
And you're gonna see how they deal with this government. You're gonna see they're gonna stop talking after a while. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real archaic and animalistic out here. You understand? You think these people, somebody don't want to be written as a hero in their history in this place? Brothers and sisters, it's time now to come find the Lord. You done served this country long enough, and now it's time to come serve the Lord, because this place here. It's about to go, and it's going to go fast. It's happening right now as we speak. You understand? It's written. Mitch McConnell, there's an article that I saw today. Mitch McConnell, right after he cast a vote for one of Trump's candidates, he fell down the stairs.
Damn.
He fell. He couldn't even make it down the stage. He like, I cast a vote and just rolled down the stairs and had him in a wheelchair. I mean, come on, man. The writing is on the walls of the rotunda and it's written on the steps. This place is about to fall. And the Lord is pleading with us to come back. And a lot of people, they may not make it to the sanctuary. They may not make it to the altar, unfortunately. You better stay. If you in this truth, you better stay in this truth and stay solid.
That's it.
Like I yield.
Come. Yeah. All right. If I could say one last thing on that, it's if you don't come in here, it ain't nothing but death out there. That's all that's out there. This is the only place with life. The Lord said, "Look, I give you two choices. I give you death, or I give you life. I destroy you and your seed, and they'll perish, or you're gonna come in, follow the Most High. There's no other option. There's no other. Playtime is over. You know, with Israel. Like at this moment, it's like how Captain Khan just said. You either coming in now, or you ain't gonna make it. That's basically what the Lord has been saying. And now you seeing it too. And it ain't all the painting, all the distractions and the they all, this is a distraction, that's a distraction. Well, the distractions are gone. Right. Now you face to face with your death. They just killed a black man for no reason. The police did. I talked to a young dude today and told him that. I said, man, there's nothing but death out here. He said, but I don't be in the streets. I don't be running the streets. I said, the police just killed a black man. It wasn't even the right guy. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen the footage. They pulled him over and shot him up. And then come to find out, wrong guy, wrong car, wrong. It's just he's just a regular black guy, but had nothing to do with no crime.
It's going to be a whole lot of that. Like he's saying, he in the house. That ain't gonna save it. Bullets go into houses too.
Yeah.
Plagues go into houses. Diseases go into houses. You know what I mean? Shit, you could off yourself in the house. You stay in there, you get so depressed. Like there is no running from the oppression that that we're going to be facing and that we now. Save the Lord. There is no outrunning it. You're gonna have to face it down. You're gonna have to really stand against it. Like this is like just as how they standing against whatever the Democrats elect, you're gonna have to stand against it in a separate way. Totally separate, and you can't go with the flow. You can't go with the flow. And Cap, if I could, Khan, you were just talking about how these everybody crying, these nations are suffering. Did you all see the Canadian I think he's an ambassador, or he's not the president, it's not Trudeau. Where he was mad because he said Trump treating them like Mexicans.
No.
Lord.
He said that?
Yeah, brother. He said he mad about it because this is when Trump first come out with a 25% tariff. And it was a tariff on Mexico, Canada, and China. And Canada was mad as shit because of the whole import-export thing. This 25% tariff would mean they would have to move less because, the merchants probably the importers ain't going to be pulling so much stuff from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, he came out and said he treating us like we're Mexican.
Yeah.
Let me play the tape, brother.
Yeah, that's him.
That's it.
We received the biggest threat we've ever received from our closest friends and ally, from President-elect Trump, that they're threatening to put a 25% tariff on all goods coming across the border into the U.S. and Mexico. What I found unfair about the comments is to compare us to Mexico. And I can tell you, Canada is no Mexico.
Hey, hombre.
Yo.
Hey, hombre. It's some battle, hey, hombre. Yeah, some bad battles over there, boy. Some bad operators in Canada. Canada taking L's all week. From Drake to this fool. God damn, let me play it back again.
Just friends and ally, from President-elect Trump, that they're threatening to put a 25% tariff on all goods coming across the border into the U.S. and Mexico. What I found unfair about the comments is to compare us to Mexico. And I can tell you, Canada is no Mexico. We do approximately, just Ontario alone, $500 billion of two-way trade. I found his comments unfair. I found them insulting. It's like a family member stabbing you right in the heart. Well, hopefully we won't come to that, but if it does, there is no choice. We have to retaliate. We have to retaliate not against the Americans, the administration that has made a wrong call on this. It's very simple. And you ask any American, and I know thousands of Americans, and endless governors and senators and congressmen and women, if they feel Canada is a threat. I want to emphasize, to compare us to Mexico is the most insulting thing I've ever heard from our friends and closest allies, the United States.
Listen.
Good night.
The next Canadian I see, I'm calling him a wetback. I'm going to insult him.
Or a caveman.
I'm going to insult him. I'm going to tell him that. Like, that's how they feel. Now, remember, the tariff was on Canada, Mexico, and China. He ain't upset about that shit.
Right. He didn't say Chinese.
Exactly. He ain't say nothing about Ni Hao and Young Ho. But to be called a Mexican or to be compared to a Mexican is insulting. Okay, nigga. All right.
But Custer,
no, go ahead, priest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, priest.
No, I don't know if you caught the part where he said it's like a family member stabbing you in the heart, meaning that I'm one of you. Why are you putting me with the Mexicans?
It's like you calling him a nigga. It's like you calling him, a nigga, a slave.
Right.
Go ahead, Cap.
The con, like what Priest and Officer Warrior just said, like it's like that. And see, reporters, I don't know, like they be making these statements, but nobody never really give no pushback. What makes Canada and America family? What makes, and then if you're an ambassador, you say you have friends and you know people in America, you don't know anybody in Mexico?
Right.
You never met a Mexican diplomat?
Exactly.
You never, like, what are you saying? Like, how is that an insult when he's speaking about other countries with tariffs? You know what I'm saying? To be singular, which shows you they expect solidarity. Racism is a team sport. You play together or you lose by default.
Yep.
Like, you got to understand this is a more wider grand scheme of what's going on in the white Eurocentric mind and how they're looking at this earth right now. They want to divvy it up. Trump is a catalyst. But why are you turning on me? Why can't you take Canada dry? Why? Why can't you take some of this Canadian bacon that we get? Salak, I'm gonna get off this cap. Salak, I yield.
Listen, man, and you know what? I'm willing to bet the way how he described this thing and the stuff he said there, like he's really speaking from the heart. You see, he read on the shit. He done read, so he emotional there. I wouldn't doubt it that Trump done told them behind closed doors how much we will oppress the Mexicans. Like he done went and talking, in plural, like we will do this and we will do that. When I get in power, we will do this. And then he got in power and turned on Canada. That's how he talking. He talking like he was expecting to be part of the oppression party. He was expecting to be, part of Trump's, new empire further north.
Right.
You know what I mean? He thinks this is Game of Thrones. He the Stark family from the north, up in the cold by the wall. He expected to be part of the thing, and he wasn't part of it. Similar to what Trump did to them dumb Asherites down there in Florida who voted for him because he promised them he was only going to deport the illegals.
Right.
Some dumb brought up here talking about, you played us. Yes, bitch. Excuse me.
That's right.
Politics.
Dummy. Dummy. Yes, right. Dummy. We talk about Kamala and Biden, but we ain't gonna vote for no damn Trump.
Right.
You put all the votes in him. He send them to your door. Oh my gosh, man! And you say we simple and stupid? Never trust thine enemy. That's what the Bible says. You trusted him. Right. You trusted him. Go ahead, Cap.
It's like it. Oh, good. Somebody else was gonna say something.
No, you go ahead, Cap. I'll go after you.
Oh, just real quick. And Canada is feeling extremely under the gun and under the pressure because they just got out of a trade war with China. Come between the EVs, electric vehicles, and the corn or some type of wheat that they have big export with China, and they had a trade war going on. So Canada always seen as like that friendly neighbor, but it's not friendly time right now. It's not it's doggy dog way right now. It's World War III. The trade wars turn into the real wars. You know, once it goes south, you know, you playing with people's money, then it gets real. That's what do you think they trying to downsize the government in America? And I'm just to leave it here. They trying to downsize and try to cut costs in many ways because that the BRICS alignment is powerful and it's making America not be the superpower it was. So now they in a like a tizzy trying to get the money together and get things back together, but it's a sinking ship. It's like it. That's all.
Right.
If I could, and that's the thing with Trump. Like in order for him to have that nationalist wave and that movement, you got to erode all the bureaucracy. So he's getting rid of all these. He's trying to give the buyout to the FBI, CIA agents. Everybody have to be on the same page, to be loyalists to him. They have to be aligned with him and his form way of doing it. And then the tariffs, of course, is a way for to reallocate funds in the government. He's doing that to build up his machine, along with all those tech giants that's aligned with him as well. More than Elon Musk is behind the scenes. And they're carving out this thing. You know, so they see what's getting ready to go on. You know what I'm saying? And all these other countries, once again, it's like, you know, you got to go kiss the ring. I got a tariff on you. You know what I'm saying? Can you, as they say, the art of the deal, one of his books. You know what I'm saying? How can we work? How can we make this better for me, not for the country? So a lot of those people see it. A lot of those liberals and those left-wing liberals, they see it. Even those the center-right, they see it as well. But now, you know what I'm saying, they're giving him unchecked power. There's no more checks and balances. There's just checks and balances now. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about that, I mean the currency, the money, the monetary means. So this is where it's going. I mean, they hyping it all the way there. And boy, anything can go. Anything can go any second. You know what I'm saying? They even redoing the Department of Education. Every department you think USAID, Elon Musk, and I quote, he said the USAID must die.
Yeah.
He said that. I mean, that came out, that didn't come from the UPK. He said it has to die. He didn't say it has to be eliminated. He didn't use a more politically correct term. He said die. He didn't say unalived either. He said die. That came from his mouth. So what does that tell you about how they're thinking about any opposition in that government? They must be eliminated. Because not only are they enemy to the Trump, they're enemy to the state. Slack.
Barack.
Yeah, but from thumb. What's going on out here?
Yes, sir.
Salakia, please, Khan, go ahead.
Oh no, Conor, I was just saying that what they are now. If you come against Trump, they're the enemy of the state now. They're the enemy of the state, and even the media. I think they're giving Trump, or they're giving him even on Fox. They're giving him an hour on Fox. They call it the MAGA hour. So they I mean, this thing is going all the way there. We in the twilight zone. So I just wanted to make that point, General Slack. I yield, sir.
Listen, what you're saying is so true. We went right on into Nazi Germany. We slid right into it. Same way the Nazis demonized the so-called Jew, he demonizing the tribe of Issachar, the Latino tribe. The same way Hitler created the National Party by taking over every damn thing. That's exactly what they're doing up there. They're going to tear down all them agencies and turn them into, arms of Trump, not independent agencies that do their job. And they want to be able to retaliate. Trump is attempting to bring absolute fear into the minds of Americans, and he's doing it exactly like Hitler did. The ICE agents are just like the Nazi party that he created that work directly for him. He wants his own army that just does his bidding. And he'll figure out ways to use ICE agents as other things other than just for immigration. Or you know it, ICE agents will be investigating everybody and terrorizing everybody and terrorizing other law enforcement agencies that are trying to be liberal and just. He's playing by the full Nazi playbook. And one of the main reasons he's getting no pushback from it is because they done brought up so many Edomites with the Nazi spirit. They got the same Nazi spirit. One of the things the Nazis did was use medicine to eliminate so many people. Like they was the first real, not the first, but they were a major group of depopulation. They was killing off the Nazis killed off all of the white children that were handicapped or mentally ill.
Wow.
They killed them all off just to make sure that the Aryan race looked pure at all times. They put them in facilities and then gave them all kind of drugs and killed them all. Then they experimented on many of them to come up with new drugs and new ways of surgery. And they were attempting to change the features of Germans with surgery, give them blue eyes, give them blonde hair, stuff like that. They were doing and trying to figure out how to make twins and all of that. And a ton of that technology and drugs and medicines are all caught up in the U.S. military. Because remember, they took many of them Nazis, especially the ones that knew how to build rockets, and brought them over to the United States and hid them down south in different cities, gave them new names. And of course, I think it was called Operation Paperclip. And gave them new names like that Von Braun cat that created the rocket. He's the one that headed up NASA's entire space program. And they put him over the whole space program because he knew about those Nazi rockets. And the same with the rest of them. And so this is how they consolidated and took over power in their empire. Something else he's doing too. By him going after his political rivals, yeah, there it is. That was heavy. Broad program that targeted many children they deemed to be unworthy of living, even if they weren't sick in the sense we think of being sick. They just euthanized them. And because they was trying to only bring forth that Aryan race. I mean, them tall Edomites. You know what I mean? Which is a lot of what you have in Germany today for that very reason. That's what they was trying to bring forth. So they did all of that. And he is so playing by the playbook. Hitler, when he got in power, destroyed tons of the agency and wiped out the opposition party, which is exactly what he's doing. He's trying to wipe out the Democrats. First of all, he's going to wipe out their voting base and terrorize them in any way he can, and terrorize them by giving himself more power to do just that. When I heard that he was going to go after and arrest and lock up many of the FBI agents that investigated him, I said, well, this cat is reaching real high over the bar. So he, you know what I'm saying? So he really is, he don't give a damn about the FBI or none of them. He ready to tear all them agencies down and turn them agencies into agencies that totally work under his fear. And it's a mess. So that's exactly what Hitler did. He did a real simple program. He tore down what was Germany's ruling class and leadership, and turned everything into a tool of his own use. At the same time, tried to incarcerate and kill off everybody else that wasn't a Nazi. You know what I mean? And that's exactly the playbook Trump is playing right now. You know what I mean? I can, and with his racist rhetoric, I can't see how it could even be interpreted as anything but the rebuilding of Nazi Germany. You know what I mean? Everybody looked at Germany like it was, you know, to make sure it never went Nazi, but they didn't see this shit coming.
Right.
God, if I could add on what you're saying, Halawap.
Yeah.
The SS, the Schutzstaffel, or I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Can you bring him up? Go ahead,
Yeah, Khan, the Schutzstaffel. That's the name of the private army that Hitler rose up in his ranks, and he would use them and send them around to intimidate, interrogate, grab people. Put, you know, when he was ready to put them on the concentration camps, he used the Schutzstaffel, and they had ultimate power over the police, over the military.
Yep.
They had supreme reign to violate all rights and violate all the German anything, and just come through. And they were, and he used them as fear. He would even use the Schutzstaffel to, like you said, go after his rivals.
Yeah,
the Schutzstaffel would go and kidnap and his own other rivals or people who spoke out powerfully against Hitler.
Yeah,
he would send them to their door. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, with you know, Hauptstaffel with the Schutzstaffel, the SS. They see in them SS on their arm meant supreme fear. It became the fear because it basically could take anybody off the streets, who no matter who you are, arrest you, and you may never come back.
That's right.
A lot of them didn't even come back.
Yeah.
And and one other thing that happened that really put Hitler in the top of rulership, of supreme rulership in Germany, I believe there was a fire. After he
the Reichstag.
Go
ahead.
The fire. I don't know that name, but that must be it, because it was a huge fire that burned down one of the Congress buildings, one of the top buildings, and he blamed. You know, he had the answer for why it happened, and everybody went behind him. Like, okay, he needs to fix this country.
Exactly. Like what they did is, first of all, it was a false flag. He burnt it down himself for the sole purpose of gaining the political power. The Reichstag was like today's Congress, like today's what's that thing that they invaded?
Capitol Hill.
Capitol Hill. It was like ours, like that dome down there in D.C., the Capitol Dome, Salaka. I forget the name off the top of my head, but anyway, the same way we went in there and invaded that Capitol. He did the exact. Hitler did the exact same thing and blamed it on the so-called Jew, and said that these people, ran up into the Capitol and burned it to the ground, which made all the people turn against the so-called Jew, and it created what they call Kristallnacht. And Kristallnacht was a breaking of the glass, because once again, all the Jews had all the little shops. And so the little shops were the ones that was making money. So they did this, and all the German youth went out and started smashing the glass in all of the Jewish stores and starting to burn them down. And it's funny to mention the Jewish students, because he is just now shutting down the Board of Education, trying to shut down the Board of Education and stop any teaching about the real history of what they did. Yeah, there it is right there. That's perfect. Burning of the Reichstag. Like he did all of that to gain power, to turn the people against the so-called Jew. And it worked. And Americans are so stupid to fall for this shit again, to turn against blacks and Latinos just as easily as it happened back then. They such fools. They always asking, how could the German people have gone with such great extermination? Of course, they can't even believe that their people would kill that many people. Why? I can't for the life of me understand why they would think that couldn't happen. But then nonetheless, they did. And so the excuse in their mind is, why would the German people go along with something like that? So it must not be true. But it was true. and it's easy to do, and they want to do it again. And wiping out the education is the prelude to some kind of Hitler Youth type of situation. Some type of, you got to join the Hitler Youth or join whatever the pro-American youth is going to be. They probably been working on it, but they're going to reveal it. And once they reveal it, then he going to have his whole nation the way he wants. Really, his domestic army will be just be an army of racists. You know what I mean? And he don't care. He'll use anybody. Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, any white supremacist group, anybody that will join him to roll on these other cats, he'll take it. Which is what Hitler did. What Hitler did when he first got out of prison is what he would do is him and his boys would go into the bar houses where the Germans were drinking beer at. And they would get up on the tables and argue over their point politically. And when the rivals would come in and say something, him and his cohorts would beat him up. They would bring riots. That's how he ended up in jail the first time, because he would bring riots against, in those bar houses. So they locked him up. You know what I mean? But he kept doing it and kept doing it. And he was smart enough to know to use whatever groups of people that he could use to help, push his cause. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is doing. Like, when has a president, coddled a white supremacist group that's in the streets? It ain't never been done before.
Right.
And so now he's you could write a serious book about the comparisons of him and Nazi Germany. And I think you mentioned earlier somebody had already done it.
Salaka, General.
I yield water.
Come on. If I could say one thing, General, on what you're saying, that's a heavy point you brought out, and Salaka gonna give it up, man. Enjoying Yahanna, you know what I'm saying? Giving us that whole breakdown of that history, man. And it's a quote that says, one thing that we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. And it's so heavy because like you said, like he installed all these loyalists in those posts, and they were above the law, you know what I'm saying? And they were the law, you know what I'm saying? And then the irony is seeing that now you seeing the Israeli government align with Trump. That's the irony of this whole situation.
Yeah.
So it's like they going off script. How can you be with somebody that's textbook, Nazi Germany? They going by the same playbook, but yet you align with them when it comes to destroying the Palestinians. It goes to show the hypocrisy, and it's going to show who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. They wanted to try to, get rid of these books and, get rid of history, but we are right here, right now. The Lord has bent the past and the future, and now to the present. So we right here. I mean,
and see what? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kat. Go ahead.
No, that was it, General. I was done, sir. Salaki.
I was just going to add to what you were saying in that, like you said, we right here because what they don't understand is last time they did get rid of the so-called Jew. They was very successful. But what they don't understand is this time it won't be successful because the Lord is on the side of the people that they hate. The same way the Lord was on the side of Moses and the people that the Egyptians hated and the Babylonians hated and the Romans hated. The Lord is on the side of the slaves. And this is the end of our captivity. Anything they trying or plotting or planning is really just to force us to come together in the 12 tribes, because they'll never beat us because we're the chosen of the Most High. So-called Jew thought he was the chosen, ended up in concentration camps, and they cooked their ass alive. But they don't understand the real 12 tribes is here now. This is a different ball game.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So this is not going to work for them because they're going to have a whole lot of external problems. They're going to have a whole lot, just like the scripture said, the ship shall sit far off, mourning for the burning of her.
That's right.
Saying we would have healed Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't going to heal Egypt this time around, brother. I mean, we would have healed Babylon, Salaki.
I general like well how you bringing out the how he lining up with his own little side gang down there with all these white supremacists.
Right.
Like yeah, in times past they would condemn quote unquote third world countries where their
Hmm.
politicians align themselves with the local militia or the local gangs. Well,
Right.
he did the same thing here with the whole Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers. He told them stand back and stand by 4 years ago, and they did
He,
it. They waited
he
on it.
he sure did, and he delivered them on that shit. He came
Yeah,
through for them on that shit.
definitely
You know
did.
what I mean? And like you saying, that's exactly what Hitler did. Like he's gonna create his own street gang,
That's right.
just like Hitler created his own street gang.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can best believe it's going in the beginning. It's gonna be hell on the tribes because, of course, they're gonna attempt to cut us off every single way they possibly can. But they don't understand that what's gonna come from the Lord. They don't understand the pressure. They have become drunken with their own murders. You know what I mean? They've been drunk. They become drunken with their own
Con.
uh, uh, success and gain. Their bloodthirstiness has given them a confidence that they should not accept or believe keeps them safe because it does not. I yield.
And if I could, real quick, Commander Yahanna, you use a straight prophet out of Juan Salakia.
Salakia for what?
What something that Donald Trump said out of his own mouth. I think about 2 days ago during a meeting, he was signing bills away, trying to sign the kingdom back into power. The pen is mightier than the sword, but it ain't gonna work, like you said. But what he said they are considering outsourcing the prisoners into other countries.
Amazing.
He said they are considering doing deals with other countries where they can they will house the prisoners and hold on to the prisoners while they're doing their sentence. And you're already a slave technically according to this government when you're in prison. So now they're basically redoing slavery or thinking about trying to redo slavery. And then the main prisoners are black men.
Yeah.
So they are thinking this is what Donald Trump said. It's not like theory, conspiracy theorists. Donald Trump said we are considering outsourcing the prisons to other countries that are willing to take the prisoners.
Yep. And if I could, here's what's so crazy about it. Hitler outsourced the prisoning of the so-called Jews. He shipped them out of Germany into countries like Lithuania and Poland and other neighboring countries. The majority of those concentration camps are not in Germany, if any of them are. They're not even in Germany because he shipped them out into lands that he took over. He took over them lands and ran them all out. That's why all this talk of taking over Canada and it should be another state of the United States. He's serious about it.
Yeah.
All this talk of him taking over Gaza and all that, he's dead serious about it because he needs some land and areas that he can take these slaves and prisoners and ship them to those areas where they're out of sight, where America looks like a wonderful white nation, but meanwhile, they got concentration camps all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that they did to stop the terrorists coming into the United States, including secret military prisons around the world, Guantanamo Bay, stuff like that, all that, he's using every bit of that against who he knows is his real enemy, the lost 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Like he ain't thinking like the rest of them thinking about them terrorists. He know they a problem and all that. He just signed an executive order that if Iran assassinates him, to totally hit him with a nuke and obliterate the country. He signed an executive order of that this week. You know what I mean? So he know the threat that coming from them. But the enemy he really wants is the Lord's 12 tribes, starting with our Latino brothers.
Right.
That's who he like. They done learn from the last time with Hitler. They realized, damn, we had the wrong Jews. We didn't have the right Jews. But now they know, especially him. He from New York City, and that's where we started bringing the truth out. So he
Right.
known since the 70s. He known most of his adult life. He would see us in Times Square and all that, and know that we was teaching that the real Jews are black, and he knows that we know, and he knows. But now it comes his opportunity to now do what Hitler couldn't do, or to fix what Hitler tried to do, but had the wrong people.
Yeah, I even put that together. That's a different point there, because who would have thought that part? You know what I mean? Like he's just recreating the whole Holocaust down there, step by step. But now he's doing it on the authentic Jew now. The whole world fool. He done make the whole alliance with Israel this week. So now just turn the screws on us, and he know who we are.
God.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick, Adawan Salaki. I didn't mean to cut you off. One more thing that was very heavy about Germany during the time of the Third World War. They had control of all the media in Germany. They had control of all the radio, all the televisions. They actually put televisions in everybody's houses and had total control over what they seen, all the German people seen. So while the war was raging all over the world, the German people had no clue exactly how the war was going. They were all brainwashed through the television that, well, the war is doing fine. It's going good on this front and going great on that front. We don't see any problems in inside Germany. Meanwhile, the world was burning down all around them. So that's another thing that he done gobbled up. He done gobbled the social media. And so, like I said, that's what was happening, and it's gonna happen again. Like all these things happening, and it means death for our people if we don't come into the ISUPK and start listening to the men of the Lord, start listening to Commander Yahanna. It's gonna mean death for us because there's no more life, there's no more fun and games. It's no more, we can run around. I'm about to be an NBA player. I'm about to be a baller, a rapper. All that sounds, you can throw all that away now.
Yeah.
If your rap career ain't pop off by now, don't even sweat it, brother. You got to come into this ISUPK now because at this point, it's life and death. It's life in here and it's death out there. And it's like, I don't want to take up too much time.
Salaki, if I could. And like when you look at America and a lot of white people now, or a lot of heathens, they sit back now and saying, how did it come to this? Well, you created a monster.
Yeah.
Over all these years of oppression, this beast have been getting fed the blood of the saints.
Yep.
And then now it's like Frankenstein. It's like that movie like now you created a monster and now you can't control it. But Donald Trump says, I'll take it from here. That's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'll take it from here. And he has the type of power. I mean, when it comes to technology, the national budget, Department of Justice, he has the type of power that would make Hitler blush.
You're right. You're so right on that.
It's heavy, General, because when they were doing the black sites in the cities like Chicago and New York, the police department had black sites where they can take you and interrogate you off site of the police station, off site of the jurisdiction of the city. So now he's going to do that in other countries. It's like the Isle of Patmos now, where he's going to be putting people. So like, I yield.
Yeah, and with that power, he also have an unprecedented amount of ambition. Like it take a certain amount of ambition to, one, have you be in office, you lose the election, get charged damn near with sedition, have all your little ground troops and then get charged with, overthrowing the capital and this type of assault and all that type of shit. Suffer for 4 years, get, somebody shoot your ear off, facing 34 felonies. The average Negro, he get he get a speeding ticket. You change how you drive. But this level, he getting charged, hit with everything, and the ambition on them is beyond the even come back and put this in place, and then begin to have it in motion with no remorse, no regret, no honey coat, coating or anything. Like the sister down there with the Venezuelans, shocked to death that Trump lied. I mean, because of his ambition again. His ambition is beyond anything that we could even fathom. And again, because our religious leaders and political leaders, they didn't prepare us for somebody like him.
That's right.
They try to teach us to be all politically correct and be a politician when they're not playing politics. They're playing a different game.
That's right, Cap.
Trump and them ain't playing legislation and politics. They're playing for keeps.
Playing
oppression. Yep.
Salaki, if I may, and what you all are saying is so heavy. And just to piggyback off of what Captain Kapash said, the main key to that entire operation with Hitler was the propaganda. And Salaki, can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze a little.
You froze up. Well, we can hear you. Salaki, we hear you. Cause I.
Okay, Kawakan. The main key to the entire operation was the information, the intelligence, and the propaganda. And for Germany was Joseph Goebbels, however you pronounce it, is German. But even still today, in the intelligence community, there's like a cult following of Joseph Goebbels. They said he was so forward thinking in the way that he was able to manipulate the information, and that was one of the biggest, if not the biggest aspect of making all that successful. And to just go back to the scripture you pulled, Captain Kahan, with the serpent and the waters coming out of his mouth being a flood, because that's really Esau bread and butter, being blessed with the sword, and then how well he can deceive and lie. And Donald Trump, the whole thing with the media, attacking the media, yeah, that's him right there, that devil. The whole thing with attacking the media is textbook. It's like he was already setting the stage to get the media now to behave a certain way. And so now, if you notice, even when he do press conferences, when people come up to speak, it's like they salute him. They giving him a certain level. It's like I'm trying to find a word.
Like a
yeah, concert, like a certain obeisance to him. It's like they have to get a report, but it's like, we give him the information based off of what he wants. It's a certain vibe that is like it's unseen in any president. It's definitely Hitler-esque and past the point of Hitler. Salakia.
So can I say one thing, Gazak? What you said was so heavy, because when he was doing them tariffs, when he got ready to do that tariff, there was, I want to say, the National Home Builders Association. It was some organization where the tariffs was gonna cripple their business. And I forgot that on the letterhead, it had the letterhead, and it had "to Your Excellency." It was something they said to Trump. It wasn't. They said to the president, but it said "to Your Excellency" something Donald J. Trump. It was something. It was some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's likened to how they call Hitler the Führer. Because he was Germany. After, it's certain types of people in antiquity, they become so great, they become the identification of the country. They become the revolution. They become what the fight is about. And that is what he is trying to transform himself into in this country.
Yeah.
He has a lot of support, you know what I'm saying, not just on the level of regular people, but even those people that's in power, because they know how much money that he can make. They see he's pushing the barriers. He's gone beyond his presidential power, unchecked. You understand? Unchecked. And that when you start to get like that, then that's a whole different, you're going into a whole different paradox now. You know what I'm saying? And I it was one sister, I forgot the sister name. She's an author, but she talks about this is like something out of a science fiction.
Yeah.
And you can look at it. You look at what's going on and how it's happening. People are like shocked. You
Yeah.
got federal agents, people that work for the government, they're getting harassed on the job. They're getting all kind of emails. So where these emails coming from? They're not coming from the State Department.
Yeah.
These emails telling, and the new way of them hiring people. It's not the way they used to do it. Now he's going to give a loyalty test.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to say, how you feel about immigrants? How do you feel about, he's going to have all these different buzzwords that you got to check the box before you get that government job now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to abandon. You got to be willing to be able to abandon whatever you thought you had allegiance to. So this right here, man, it's going there, man. Salaki, so I yield.
Nah, what you saying out here so woo is so true and so heavy. Like they take it. This a government takeover. They're gonna take over the government and they're gonna decide who is in any of them jobs, which means they're gonna put all their cronies in them jobs. All the white supremacists is getting ready to get a boost. All the white boys with pickup trucks, Confederate flags, oh, they all getting ready to live so good from where they was living. And they getting ready to want to be so fucking brutal. And let me tell you something else too. You said something, Kahan, earlier that was so heavy that he has more power now than Hitler could have dreamed of having. Like when Hitler was in his height, you understand, he had von Braun creating rockets. You know what I'm saying? Now they got drone technology, brother, that is out of this world, that fly over your head just like it did in Jersey and have all the people thinking it's aliens because of the ability of some of the stuff that he had. And now that he has this at his fingertips, he and they truly believe they can finish what Hitler started. Just like you said, like they're gonna want to take over the world.
Yes, sir.
But the problem with them is they don't have enough time.
That's right.
The Lord has cut their time short before they get a chance to take all flesh out. Because that's what the hell they would do. So that is real heavy what you saying, man. You know what I'm saying?
So like it too, General. And man, it's heavy you brought that out because like you were saying about how Hitler had that dude von Braun who built the rockets. Trump has Elon.
Yep.
Who has SpaceX.
Yep.
And for those who out there who want to question UPK, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not rocket
science.
If you don't get it, then you just don't get it.
Exactly.
I yield, sir.
So true what you're saying. Block it, y'all.
Now go ahead, Cap.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, what General bringing out, what I mean, what the captains and officers bringing out is, I mean, it's so heavy that I've been thinking about the scripture in Isaiah 19. So like I say, man, if I get it and maybe read like 2 verses.
Please, not go ahead.
Come on, sir. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt.
I got it, sir. Isaiah 19, chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt.
Wow.
Of it. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen in this place. That's what's going to, bring this man to his knees. The Lord is the only man could bring this oppressor to his knees. Like, ain't no, you go get a Quran, bring the Quran, ask the Quran what it says about the oppressor. The Bible tells you who the oppressor is. You cannot trust this man. You cannot trust him. You understand? And the Canadian dude who Mashak played, Oh, he fully understand. You know what I mean? Who he messing with right now. He fully understands it. And what's so diabolical about it too is that the reason why what make it even worse is because Trump put 25% tariff on Mexico and on Canada. And now he feels as if Trump is treating him like a Mexican. You bastard, the law gonna deal with you. Read on.
Verse 2. And I will set Egyptian against Egyptians.
You want what?
I will set Egyptians against Egyptians.
Yeah, these white boys, they're gonna fight each other.
That's heavy.
They're gonna fight, concert. They're gonna fight each other. Mexicans, Issacharites, blacks, Hispanics, just stand back and wait. You know what I mean? Trump said it. Stand back and wait. Just wait and you'll see. They're going to fight. He is preparing this nation to go to war. And he wants your heart and mind and soul to be in America, to go fight for him. And you should not go fight for him. Read on.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
They're going to fight. And that's to free you, black man. The Lord is going to allow them to fight each other, Hispanics and Native Indians, so that you could be free.
That's right. All right.
Heavy.
That's
right.
A lot, yeah.
It's like, if I could, one last thing. One more thing that's noteworthy about the presidency is the Project 2025 goals. He outlined his goals, or at least the party's goals, in the Project 2025. And one of the things which is already started on in Project 2025 is to get rid of in the entire government all diversity, inclusion, in diversity, all types of all the diversity programs.
Yeah. DEI, yep.
The DEI programs.
Diversity and inclusion and all that.
And so one thing that's important is, man, Lord wills, time to see that prophecy where these big head Negroes, these pastors, these so-called nonprofits, that's really just catching a profit. So, but so-called helping the black community, helping blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when all they're doing is just collecting a check, all them programs are going to get shut down. And like in the book in Acts, where it said that those type of people became vagabonds. Those type of people that were connected with this government, in cahoots with this government, collecting checks, but not really doing what they're supposed to do for the Lord shows the people. They were eating us. They were the shepherds that were eating the sheep. Now, Lord will, they funds will get cut off, and now it'd be time for the real priests and prophets, the real shepherds, to step up fully into all of this. Man, I just can't wait to see all of this stuff unfold, because we've been taught it for years, and our people in the world need to listen. It's come on in now. It's no you're gonna die out there. It's no more. So that's all.
So could I say one thing? What you saying is so right, Captain Kaposh, and it's already going on. The Negroes having meetings. They supposed to have one in Alabama this weekend. Shout out to UPK Alabama. The UPK will be there. We'll be there to, to listen to your complaints and so forth. But for sure, it's already happening. You know what I'm saying? All that money, all that government money, all those years, and you haven't built nothing. All them years you tried to block the UPK, and you was getting all that money from the government. And what if you built nothing? But you do have a Rolls Royce. You don't live in a DEI neighborhood. Last time I checked the zip code. You live in high off the horse. And now that golden cow would not give you milk. And now a lot of you go kiss the ring. You getting ready. As them checks start to slow up, and so you ain't, that's what they gonna do. So the Lord is showing who's who. He's gonna show those who've been relying off the government and who has not built nothing for this society.
Yeah.
All they talk about is Martin Luther King's dream, but all that government contract money, all those money that came through the state and the local level, you have enriched yourselves. Like Captain Kapaz said, the scripture said, you've eaten the sheep of Israel.
Yeah.
You ain't busy. You ate off of us. You used us as a tax code.
Yeah.
That's what you have did us. You know what I'm saying? You made merchandise of the children of Israel, which is against the law.
Yeah.
And now Donald Trump saying, I'm going to cut the tap off the golden calf now. And now you scrambling.
Yeah.
Now you want to know how you're going to run the summer program that this quote unquote black excellency program that you did. All it do is just make a bunch of Uncle Toms run around here.
Yeah.
And try to come up against the UPK. Well, that time now has come to an end. So like I yield.
Yeah.
I'm right. So true. So true. You know what I mean? Like it's like America done, if I could, America done lost the atmosphere of party and celebration. Like they could feel that partying and celebrating is coming to an end. And that they getting ready to get down to the real brass tacks of what they gonna be doing in this kingdom. Like Donald Trump gonna create a depression on this nation like you ain't never seen. White people are gonna be depressed at where he's dragging the nation to, because he's taking away all the joy because they getting ready to go to war, and he wants to enslave the Lord's chosen people. It's gonna be a real miserable place.
Yes,
right before it gets destroyed.
That's it.
By the hand of the Lord. I yield. Watch.
Yeah, so like you said, like, really last time now where you won't really see who, which God you really serve. Because like you said, the Lord He's waiting to make a move on this kingdom on our behalf.
Yeah.
We still even not the last choosing Egypt, choosing Pharaoh, and all the choose Biden and Kamala. Another Trump would have been indifferent, but we still trusting in this whole system. And then that sister crying over the thing, you used us, and she said, you told us only the illegal ones will be deported. Like that's a level of that means she and her people, whoever is on her side that voted for Trump, they negotiated with themselves which ones of their own people that they would sacrifice for a promise from a death. Like we tremendous witchcraft right now. Tremendous witchcraft where what makes you think you can trust him?
Right.
What makes you can negotiate some of your people. You know what I mean? That's what you negotiate. You negotiate your people, and now you angry that it didn't work out. Like now is the time we're gonna see with all the Christmas you're celebrating and your Thanksgiving and all your religious holidays and your churches and your mosques. We're gonna see if your God is really God. Because when Trump and them come, you're gonna turn over to them. You're gonna yield to them with your oppression.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And now, Doc, if you talking about them Venezuelans, he played them like a violin because they are protected class. For many, for got to be 20 or 30 years, they've been a protected class because of the war down there. So 300,000 of them living in Florida was told, was always believed that they was protected. And so when Donald Trump was ramping up with this bullshit, the Republicans went to them and said, look, if you vote for Donald Trump, you got nothing to worry about because y'all a protected class. He's going after criminals. And then just this week, he announced he deporting all illegal aliens, even the ones that's under the protected class in Florida. So 300,000 Venezuelans who literally left a war zone and would, in most cases, be killed if they went back. Most of the time because they spied and did sabotage for the United States. He said he don't care. He get rid of all of them. Man, so much for loyalty to this Edomite.
Yeah.
And a hell of a lesson that they should have learned about their counterparts. You know, about their other tribes and the rest of their people, how they should have never betrayed them.
That's it.
Even if they was at war with Venezuela and wanted to get away, then that's one thing. But they was helping the United States against Maduro and them. They was helping the United States spy, sabotage, all kinds of shit. Well, shit. Now Trump get ready to send them right back to Maduro. Right back into the hands of the U.S.'s enemy. Like he hate them more than he hate the fact that Venezuela is a U.S. enemy tied to Russia. He don't care. He ready to send them back. 300,000 of them, probably, and their families, which is insane.
So Laka, sir.
John, go ahead.
Didn't the same thing happen in Afghanistan when they left all that equipment over there?
Yeah.
The one that they were working with America. They was trying to get out the country. They was running from over there.
Right. The ones that help. Go ahead, Slovakia.
No, I ain't mean to cut you off, sir.
Slovakia. Go ahead, please.
Some of them came to the airport. They said the TSA saw. They checked the briefcase. It was full of money.
Yeah.
They saw it full of Benjamin Franklin. You know what I'm saying? At the TSA. You know what I'm saying? They had briefcases full of money because they left that country because they were doing work for the U.S. government. And then once the military pulled out, they said we got to get the country because the people that America was fighting took over now.
The Taliban,
The Taliban. So they were trying to get the hell out of there. They was taking. I mean, some of them had purses full of money. Where all this U.S. money come from?
Yep.
Where's the Quran? Where is? I don't see. I just see U.S. money.
Right.
All these things because that is who they were working for.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. A lot of people don't understand. Satan knows he can't buy loyalty, but he damn sure would try to rent it. He's seen that with Job. You can't buy loyalty. Job had he had integrity, but Satan will try to rent it.
Yes, he will.
Boy, he's doing it. There's a traitor in every nation.
Yeah.
He is trying to make use, and once he has no use for you, then you know he'll throw you away. He didn't accomplish what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, General, and it's just so evil for us to turn on our own people. Like even the Bible says, you know what I'm saying, the strangers, the widow, the fatherless, they supposed to be able to eat within thy gates.
Right.
Use them as a bargaining tool for the oppressor. I think about that movie. What's that movie? Man, it was a movie that with the brother. He was in a gang, South Central, where the brother, one of his partners, man, he got locked up, but he became like on drugs real bad.
Okay.
And the Aryans try to pounce on the cat. And the dude, Bobby, he said, I'm making an OG call. I'm keeping him. The rest of the gang wanted to give him to the Aryans.
Yeah.
OG Bobby G said, man, because he was an OG, he said, I'm keeping him. He from the set, I'm keeping him. I don't care if he is Sherm here or not. He with me, ain't nobody putting a hand on him.
Yeah.
That type of mindset, a lot of our people don't have, but the UPK, we got that. Yours truly under Command of General Yahanna.
Most high correct. Damn right we are. The lock. Go ahead. Damn right.
That's the game they play on us all the time. Like even before the whole push with the the Latino tribe with the immigration. Even if we on the street with the camps, you would hear these Christians talk damn near saying, "Well, I'm a good Negro and you the bad Negro," or like how they when they talk to Oprah and say, "Well, you not one of them Negroes," and as a people, we damn near, whether subconsciously or subtly, we go for it, and we done offered up who we think is the worst of us, in a trade-off for a plate of food or a house or a check. and it's something that permeates through the tribes where, you know, with them other nations, you don't see them not turning over so damn easy. Like, they always peg us into that corner and, you know, make us just sell each other over for nothing, come out on the wrong deal or everything. So now is the time we're gonna really see what the metal is made of. Everybody gonna have to choose a side. They're gonna have to choose a side on that line in the sand.
Yeah. And so like you said, just to add also too, sir, like where your Christian pastors, right? Your Christian pastors don't tell you, don't vote for Donald Trump, go vote for Biden. Well, black people went and, you know, I mean, voted for Biden, right?
Right.
Now the Democrats ain't helping you. So why you vote? Where you vote when? You vote when down the drain. You understand?
Oh, that's heavy.
Where's your help? Where's your help? Like the Democrats supposed to be putting up a fight for you. Went and vote for them. Where's
Right.
the congressmen? You
Right.
understand? Where they at? Nobody saying nothing. They won't just let Donald Trump just, you know, I mean, just squat all over the Constitution. You understand? Like where they at? Where your pastors? Nobody ain't hearing nothing coming out of them pastors' mouth. Nothing coming out TD Jake's mouth except, you know what I mean, lies
right
on the Bible. Nothing coming out Creflo Dollar mouth.
Yeah.
Nothing. When black people need it most right now, nothing.
Wow.
It's like God give Cap. I thought what you saying so right, man. Hold on. Look, the only one really making some noise, I want to say, is AOC. I think that she might be E for my sister out of New York. But everybody else, like you said, they all quiet. And listen, they dependent on you to get out in the streets. It's always like, well, we got to get out in the street. It's funny, man, because it's like, what can you do inside this? You're an elected official. We are your constituents. What levels of power can you pull? You had no plan.
Right.
You had no plan whatsoever. They did a blitz, executive blitz. The ink wouldn't even dry. They closing it. He sliding them. I mean, he giving pens away. I mean, it was a straight 24 hours blitz of executive orders, and the Democrats had nothing prepared.
Wow.
They thought that it was going to be civil, and they calculated wrong, which show you these people are not real. They're not real leaders. You know what I'm saying? They basing they're the opposition party now. They don't have the powers in the courts. Biden did everything he could to stack the courts before he left, and then give the military, the people who are loyal to the government, all that military money before he left, passing a whole bunch of bill to give them all that money, because he knew that they were gonna get no money under Trump, and a lot of them were gonna lose their job. So they were trying to stack. That's the only thing they were trying to do. Other than that, they had no other policy in place, nothing. You know what I'm saying? They always depend on the poor to foot the bill.
Yeah.
They get taxpayer money. Don't you get a salary? Don't you have constituents that you made contacts with over the years? You don't even want to put. You're afraid to even have the UPK around your office and your cabinet. Let me just get frank. I'm gonna get frank. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing you got some of you Negroes cars, especially down south. Oh my goodness. You Negroes don't want to, you like Nicodemus. You only want to be seen with us at night. In secret. You don't even want people to know you talking to us. And I understand that because of the fallout. But man, listen, you see what's going on with Trump and the Proud Boys. You better give Commander General Yahanna a call. You better make it down to the Passover. That's the only thing I can tell you, because they're gonna run you out of office.
Right.
They're gonna run you out your seat. It's only a matter of time.
So true. So true. And now we finally see you was useless.
Yeah.
You had no power to do shit. You were so busy schmoozing for every crumb that fell off the master's table that you never turned around and looked at the people who sent you up there to help them the fuck out. Excuse my French.
That's right.
Just a bunch of lowlifes.
That's right.
Man, I yield.
And just to add to it, like, okay, like you as a black man, you had to have an exit strategy in this in this thing, man. Because the oppressor, he don't outsmart you. He could be a Democrat, but at the same time, he is a white man. And he could just change side anyhow and nobody notice. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're gonna switch side now? You're gonna sell out more now? Too late for that. You know what I mean? It's too late for that. You should have been put things in place to help your people, so that when it fall flat on the face like this, at least you have your people to hold you up.
That's right.
At least you have your people to hold you up. At least you could come back with your head held up high in the community.
Yeah.
Now you got to watch the floor.
That's right. So like, can I pull one scripture, Cap? Can I want to pull the scripture in Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 10, because this is what they do, man. This is what these people that sit there and did with America, and they built the wall, but the wall they built was a different kind of wall for us. Ezekiel 13 and 10, Baba Kashaw.
Khan, Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 10. Because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace.
You see,
and
they were saying peace all this time. We in the time, every time there's a time to love. You gotta love everybody. They kept saying peace, but there was no peace. You understand? Our enemies didn't weaponize peace against us. They living in peace. We living in poverty. We living in hell. Go ahead.
And one built up a wall, and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar.
You understand? Like you plaster a wall. You untempered meaning it's like it's mud plaster, like whitewash. Right? Untempered mortar. Go ahead.
Come, say unto them which daub it with untempered mortar,
and
that it shall.
If I could, that's your civil rights movement. That's your DEI. That's your affirmative action. That's all these things that they said that we had the rights or civil rights. All these things that they said we had, and the things that they built that wall up. Keep going.
Come, that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and yea, great hailstones shall fall, and a stormy wind shall rend it.
You see that? And that's what's going on with Trump. It's falling. Now, it's like a storm that's happened now. And all these things is being washed away. Captain Shock brought it out earlier, how he flooding everything. You know what I'm saying? With all these executive orders and everything, flooding it with the lies, flooding it with the propaganda. All these things now, all of a sudden, these rights just wiped away all of a sudden. That's like a wall built with, it's not a strong wall, it's a weak. And it's a representation of our so-called leaders and elected officials. They're weak. They don't have anything straight. It's not a real wall, a strong wall. It's a weak wall. And that's what's happening right now. It's falling right before our eyes. And you can't unsee this.
That's right.
Nobody, it's Black History Month. Nobody can, we can talk about Black history, but let's bring it up to today. Let's not forget about today. Let's talk about the present as well. Because now we're going to make sense of was it all worth it? Was it worth it? And they don't really want to have that conversation with the UPK.
Right.
So like I yield.
If I could, sir.
Please get down.
So like, sir, and everybody, all you brothers are saying is so heavy, man. All I can think about as you brothers are speaking is how much we need Christ. Right? Because with Christ comes power, right? And power is the only thing that this world understands. I'm listening to Donald Trump talk, and he's talking from a position of power. I'm taking away your citizenship. I'm taking away this. I'm taking away that. I'm taking the Gaza Strip. That's power, right? And the Christian church, all they could tell us is, well, if you behave, he'll show us mercy. Black people, how long are you going to be asking for mercy? I mean, when do you take power so you can talk to somebody like Donald Trump? You know what I mean? When you have power, you don't have to ask for mercy.
That's right.
I mean, I know everybody agrees with me when I say I'm looking for the day when somebody asks me for mercy. I'm tired of asking for mercy. I want somebody asking me for mercy.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because when Christ comes, somebody's going to ask me for mercy, for a change, instead of me constantly asking somebody else for mercy, asking Donald Trump to love me, asking Donald Trump to give me welfare and give me citizenship and give me so forth. You know what I mean? Until we have power, we just asking for mercy. And Donald Trump will sit there and look at you and say, no mercy for you, because, you know, I want mercy for my own people. You know what I mean? And that's all I hear when you brothers are speaking. It's like, damn, we need Christ. Christ shows up. There's no more asking for mercy on our end. You know what I mean? Salaki.
All right, bro.
Man, they're gonna have fun pulling these strings and doing whatever the hell they want for the next four to 8 weeks.
Right.
Because with all that firing of the CIA and the FBI, all them agents, and then you're gonna take over the Gaza Strip. So who checking the wiretaps for the terrorists? That's what I want to know. If you're gonna fire everybody and take away the CIA, the FBI, the government agencies, all of that, who is watching for the retaliation for the strip club you plan to put on the Gaza Strip in June? Somebody gonna retaliate. Right. And I want to know, well, who watching the borders? Who watching this? You worried about all the immigrants and stuff like that, and you're diminishing, you're causing rift internally in your kingdom. I think it's going to be right. It's going to be right, for them to do whatever they want to do. Because who is going to be watching them? Who's going to be doing it?
So like, if I could, Cap, and they were saying, I forgot who it was. I think some government officials, they gave Trump some pushback. They asked him about it. They said, no, he didn't really mean that. When he talked about privatizing the Gaza Strip and turning it into prime real estate. Listen, there's a picture of when he said that speech. I forgot who that woman was. The look on her face, you can see her eyes got about this big. When he said that on camera, she was like, "Oh my goodness." Saudi Arabia made a statement. I want to say it couldn't have been less than 5-10 minutes out. Like it was like, I mean, it set a rift in the Arab world. And listen, some people like, if you're gonna go and they saying I forgot who was saying that, man. It was some of these pundits. They was talking about this is like something out of the book of Revelation. You taking a standing army of the U.S. going in for to side with the Israelis over the Palestinians in that land to make prime real estate. It was like something. They was like, whoa. Like, did he really mean what he said? Yes, he meant what he said.
Yep.
And Netanyahu was a co-signer.
Yeah.
So, like, this right here, man, it's going all the way there, man. Like the book of Revelation, we in it, man. We are in it now. And for those who trust in this place, man, they're signing therapists to some of these jobs, some of these government jobs. They hiring therapists to help counsel some of these people because they getting bullied. You in the FBI and get bullied by a Trump lawyer. You in the CIA, you've been trying to watch the UPK all this time. Now you got to watch Trump now. You can't, don't worry about us no more. You've been watching us and asking us all these questions and trying to, well, guess what? You on the checklist now. You see how the Lord works?
Hey, God, the therapist is going to be the AI. The AI going to be the therapist.
Right, Chat GPT. You got to tell Chat GPT your problem. Tell Chat GPT I'm feeling sad. Put a sad emoji in the Chat GPT. All right, did somebody download a cloud to your sunny day today? Put it in the Chat GPT.
Yep, that's gonna be it. Yeah, I mean, they dismantle anything. Their kingdom gonna fall apart. It's gonna fall apart. The Lord gonna make more of them planes fall out of the sky. More of them plagues gonna be coming. Wait till the animals start showing up. Them animals ain't start doing the shit just yet. Wait till them animals start showing up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a whirlwind. They're gonna regret all this pressure they're putting on the 12 tribes of Israel. They're gonna regret it.
That's right.
So
it's like, so if I could, Gaza, it's like I've been, they have different religions out there and different beliefs, but man, I've been just enjoying watching the prophecies unfold. You know what I mean? I thank Commander Yahanna and the ISUPK for allowing me to be in the school so I can see what's really going on. You know what I mean? For the past year, we've been hearing free Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, right? And I'm just watching as Trump says, I'm going to take Gaza, right? And to see that these people have no power and they believe in a God that doesn't exist. When I read the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 6, as they scream free Palestine, I already know the answer to that. God answered that a long time ago. The God of the Bible answered that. And he said in Amos chapter 1, verse 6, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. As they're screaming free Palestine, that's all that's going through my mind. The Lord already said no.
Right.
That's right.
God said no. And here's the funny part. This is the reason why God is not going to turn away the sin of Palestine. He says, because they carried away the captive, the whole captivity, to deliver them up to Edom. The whole reason Palestine is going through what they're going through is because of you, black man. They did something a while back ago, and God is holding them accountable today.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when I look at these things, it's like, it blows my mind that the world does not understand that. The world has their own agenda, and they don't realize that these people did something a while back, and they turned the whole captivity over to Edom, and the Lord is destroying them today. You understand what I mean? And now, today, Donald Trump is saying, I'm going to take it from them. Those people are going to have to leave the land because they have no power. Their God, Allah, whatever the hell they call him, has no power.
That's right.
Their prophet has no power.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And the only people who's going to rule after Edom is Israel, because the Lord said Esau is the end of this world. Jacob is the beginning of which that follows. I'm paraphrasing Salaki.
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
Go ahead, Cap. Salaki, Cap.
I'll be quick, Salaki. Cap. And just to add to what you're saying too, right? Just like the so-called Palestinians, right? They're on stolen land, and the world sat back and watch us, right? Watch us be oppressed wherever we are, in the Caribbean, in England, in America, in South Central America, sat back and watch us be oppressed. Now, what Donald Trump take the so-called Jewish man, which claim to be the what? The children of the Most High.
Right.
Watch him go take the children of the Most High now. The same children, the same people who you say is the Jews.
Right.
Right. Watch him go take Gaza. Why you crying now?
Right.
You all, the whole earth said they were the God chosen people, but Donald Trump is on God chosen people's side. What are you crying about?
Right.
Don't cry. You didn't cry when we had to go through over 400 years of captivity and counting.
That's
you didn't
right.
cry. But now you're crying.
That's right.
Now he's the devil. I yield.
All right, Cap. What you're saying is so right, man. The hypocrisy is through the roof in this place. And then you got people that's sitting there believing that America is going to be restored to its former glory. It's not. This right here, you're going into something like the general brought out. You're going back into the Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're going. We're going into a hyper, they even calling it an oligarchy. But it's going where they're going to try to seize and control everything. Freedom, they about to wipe that out, because the freedom to have freedom of speech and all that is the freedom to speak against his government, his government, and they trying hard as they can to try to stop that, man. And this is why the UPK, and I'm gonna be honest with you, especially this Black History Month, a lot of you owe Commanding General Yahanna an apology.
That's right.
A lot of you leaders and a lot of you owe Commanding General Yahanna and the ISUPK an apology. You do.
That's right.
Because who told you it was gonna come to this?
That's
Who
right.
told you that only one group that told you it was gonna come to this, and that's the ISUPK. It's only one group, and you know it. Go back all the way back to Daily Motion. Look at the videos. Look at what Commander General Yahanna was saying then. Look at what the ISUPK all the way up to now. Look at those old videos. Who told you that this day was coming? We told you it was coming with Barack Obama. It was in power. We told you it was coming.
That's right.
And now you're seeing it. And if you believe America is going to be restored and God bless America, then I got land for the sale to you of prime real estate on the Gaza Strip. So like I yield.
Hey, listen, we gonna we gotta get you know they say you could buy them units and rent them out. Yeah, first time home buyers. we gotta get some first time home property down there, and you know what I mean, on right at the lower end of the Gaza or something like that.
So timeshare.
Yeah, you gotta get a timeshare or something down there. Yeah, I mean rent that shit out to the Lebanese or something.
Man,
like Trump doing to Hamas and the Palestinians in Gaza exactly what America did to the Native Indians. He turning that thing to a reservation. It's gonna be casinos and alcohol in that joke.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna pave the roads. There's gonna be some big old 4x4 with the dualies down there, some horses, a real good old time for the old boys. You know what I mean? Like they get their way. So yeah, I mean, the devil of the earth, Satan is in the White House. Satan is fully in the White House and in full power.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So, look like that's about it. We might wrap on the General, I don't know if you wanted to jump back in, sir. He may have, I think his thing might have frozen. This thing might have froze up.
Yeah, and what you were saying, that I remind me of a what you call it again? Some news I was listening to, and one of these oppressors, these Jewish oppressors, went undercover in the basement of a synagogue, and they were selling real estate on the Gaza or on the West Bank. That's to show you, you know what I mean, the mindset they're in. Their mindset is to conquer, oppress, while your pastor telling you it's all right.
That's
okay.
right.
We're gonna be just fine. Where's that tithes? You paying your tithes? But the Lord ain't gonna be on your side if you ain't paying your tithes.
Right.
Negroes, you've been paying your tithe for years in that Christian church. Ain't nothing changed.
That's right, Cap.
Been getting worse. But your pastor, he been driving nice cars. He been getting them nice shoes. His life been changing.
That's right.
What about yours? Is he preparing you for what's coming? Commander General Yahanna try to warn you. And the UPK, as Kahan was saying, I remember back then with Barack Obama, we were warning them on them streets, and they did not want to hear us.
That's right.
They had Barack Obama for what, 8 years?
Yes, sir.
It got worse with Barack Obama. Oh, they thought it would have been better with Biden. Biden took care of his family. Don't forget that. The last day in office, Biden took care of his entire mob family. You understand? And when he finished with his family, all the ink run out in the pen. That's what they say. So he couldn't help you.
That's right. So like it. Cap, what you saying is so right. Because like, when you see what happened with Biden, right? Like, I mean, it's just with Barack Obama, like everything, they hated the UPK. They still do. We're not a hate group. We the group that you love to hate. So everything that we were saying on the street, people was like, man, that ain't gonna never happen. What's the word they use, Cap? We living in a post-racial. Them niggas called the new term. I remember that.
Yeah.
Niggas said, man, we in a post-racial era, meaning we didn't move beyond race. They got up there, they got up there and they put I remember they were holding hands out there. We in a post-racial era. Color don't matter no more. Barack Obama in the White House. Well, not so fast. And your pastor is steady telling you that we got to sow a seed. We are in the time of harvest now.
That's right.
You in the wrong season. The problem is you got scammed in that church.
That's right.
You got scammed of all that federal money that they about to cut off. And you about to, I guarantee if they do an audit in the church, you're going to want to hang that pastor. You're going to want to rip off you're going to want to horse whip every crucifix off that robe that Negro got on. Because you're going to say, you got how much in 2020? You got how much in 2021? How much COVID money you got? And Sister Gertrude don't have an air condition for her house, for her apartment this summer. All that money. Like, man, you know why? Because your leaders did not prepare you. They not real shepherds.
That's right.
With the UPK, boy, we real shepherds, man. Come into this sanctuary, man. Be made whole.
That's
right. I yield, sir.
That's right. That's right, dog.
All right, Doctor. I just get the offer there for the furlough. You know, they're paying me to have the early resignation tonight. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and clip it right there and just get it back the internet. Yeah, I mean, but trust me, I negotiate good terms for all of y'all. The Doge, they said they're gonna pay us on the Doge, the Doge coin, and all of us gonna get 2 wheels from a Tesla.
You make it up, man, an idea to make a bike with 2 wheels.
2 wheels on a Tesla. I'm trying to tell you, brother, they ain't gonna negotiate this place, and it's gonna be hell for them. It's going to be hell. So they done built an alternate reality, this internet and all that damn shit. And this should go down. It's gonna be over.
That's right.
So, again, to what I say, everybody for tuning in and hanging with us this late. You know what I mean? To Command General Yahanna for coming through for sure. I think that's a little technical difficulty, stuff screws up in the end. You know what I mean? And y'all go check out that class he did tonight from Chicago. It was insane, on point. The whole analogy, and check out everything he did in this podcast here, this show. With the history in Germany and the comparison between the damn. I can't even call it a comparison at this point. It's a parallel.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Full on parallel with with the Trump administration and what's going on. You 12 tribes, boy, you don't put your faith in Egypt enough. Turn to the Lord, man. Turn to the Lord now. Turn to the Lord now. We're gonna suffer it together. It's better to suffer it in here than you suffering it out there. The terror is going to be too much for you.
That's right.
The terror is just going to be too much. So again. To the whole crew for coming through. Captain Nasak, as usual, always on the inside, holding on the Carolinas. You know what I mean? Captain Jahan holding on South Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Captain Kapash holding on Indianapolis, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Anywhere there's a plane landing, anywhere there's an airstrip, Kapash there. You know what I mean? It was warrior holding us down, bringing us, helping us out from the whole perspective, and also suckers back, holding on the whole thing. I appreciate you all. A lot of love, to give more perspective on this, ridiculousness that's going on, and to give the 12 tribes some faith and power. Don't forget us Passover, man, April 12th, 2025, Atlanta, Georgia. Pay your tithes, man. isupk.com. We're gonna see you all next week. Shalom. Yabshin Shabbat. Yabshin Mata.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Yahanna.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.